Alright, I wanted to wait till after I beat No More Heroes 2 on Bitter Mode before I uploaded this part of the game review. So, now that I have, and given myself carpal tunnel in the action, let's begin. If it came to comparison between the two games and say which one is better, I'd have to go with No More Heroes 2, without a doubt to me. The basic storyline of the game is the same where it was the last game. The only difference is it's a longer version of the game, or so to say, that No More Heroes 1 was in comparison to. The story is left off from when No More Heroes 1 ended, where basically you and Henry ended the fight, and Sylvia apparently broke you up between the two. And you left Sand Destroy for 3 years after that whole thing, and never came back. In that time, things have changed to Sand Destroy. There have been a lot more assassins seeing the fact as you become the king of them all and say, hey, you know what, I want to become an assassin too. So a lot more join in. How many? 50 of them. And you just happen to manage to want to become number 1 again. How so? Let's take a look. You start the game off by actually fighting a brother of one of the very few fighters you actually fight against in the game of No More Heroes 1. I'm not going to say which one it is because this game is actually more recent than No More Heroes 1 is. So I'm just going to leave out any spoilers that I possibly can in this review. You kill him, but before he does, he actually tells you that it's revenge for the whole thing you've done, killing his brother, and he's going to kill a very, very, very close person to you. I'm not going to say who it is either. But, out of retaliation for this, Travis gets super pissed at this whole thing and wants to kill those who had killed his best friend. And who it happens to be is rank number 1, Jasper Bat Jr., the son of the millionaire tycoon business owner of Pizza Bat in the town. Which was pretty funny because in the last game, you actually fought against the company's boss known as Pizza Bud. I'm pretty sure it has some connection in it somehow. They just can't go in there willy-nilly and kill the guy, so you just, of course, want to rank your way all the way up to number 1 so you can finally kill the bastard and work together to kill your good, close friend. The difference between this game, though, is that you start at rank 51, or at least 50 in the game, so there's supposed to be what I thought would be a lot more characters to fight against, when in actuality there's at least, like, possibly 10 more to fight than in the original No More Heroes 1. When you reach rank 48 and fight against that fight, you actually skip ahead a whole large amount of ranks because you actually fight more than one person, but it's at the same time, so it's just jumps you all the way ahead to number 25. And you do that again later in the game, just jump right from, I'd say at least like rank 15 to 10, I'm not quite so certain which one it was, but it's a pretty big jump and it cuts out quite a few characters. It seems bad, but it does still have the good feel that No More Heroes 1 had. Things have changed and things have left in the game of No More Heroes 2 to No More Heroes 1. And this is going to be another ramble like I did in my past video, and this time I will talk. Okay. The things that they've dropped are the free playability to walk around the city. They've dropped that. Instead, you choose on a map where you want to go and you just go there. Feelings about this, I kind of like it and dislike it at the same time. Because I actually kind of like driving around the city in the game, but it's good the fact that I don't have to drive to the destination anymore. However, it does kind of feel the fact that you're kind of rushing through the game a little, and it's kind of easy now. Besides, I only get actually usage of the motorcycle in one particular part of the game where I'm driving to a rank fight, and I actually don't need to do anything at all at the driving to there. All I have to do is actually just use my nitro and crash into certain objects on the road, so that way I can speed up a little better. I'm not quite certain if there'll be a death on that road either, so I wouldn't know. But there's a few more things they dropped. Number 2 is a couple more places you can actually go into in the game, like the place where you can actually learn new techniques. That's been dropped. There's been quite a few others. Beefhead Videos has been dropped from the game because you just randomly pick up items you need to learn new wrestling moves hidden around the level hidden inside present bundles. There are also no more places you can go to get jobs, such as the assassination jobs. All you can basically do in this game is actually go to 7 jobs that are actually given to you throughout the game like they were in the last game. Basically, after you beat the rank, you can get a new job. So the only difference in this game is one of the new things they've added, and that is the games, except for one, which is actually kind of my least favorite of them, because it's not like the others, plus the game is not really good in that. The games are in 8-bit, like NES games. I think that's pretty cool because I actually like 8-bit NES games. And what I really like about it too is that when you start the game, what you hear before the game starts is a little sound of someone blowing into an NES cartridge and putting the game into the thing and turning on the power button. That shows that they were really trying, and I think that's pretty cool. Other things is you don't actually have to pay to go to your rank fight anymore. You can just go whenever you like. And I think that's actually pretty cool because I don't actually have to raise up money to do that, wasting a bunch of time. Instead, what I can do is basically use my money to buy clothes, because Naomi's shop and the gym, which used to be Ryu's gym but now is an aerobics gym, are basically only used a couple times in the game. The gym is about as much as used as the last game. The only difference is you can go whenever you like and just use it, I think. But whereas Naomi's lab, you can only use it at least twice, and the times that is, I don't quite know. But you can only purchase like 2 things from there, and that is 2 swords. Not quite that good, because I kind of feel like I'm losing some kind of stuff from the game. Like, if they actually added a power saver like they did from the first game, it kind of feels like I'm getting more use out of it, because I'm kind of feeling that it's kind of a worthless place to go to, and as soon as I'm done buying the 2 swords, it just like disappear right off the map. But, you know, it's a small complaint, and it doesn't really downgrade the game at all. I made a remark in my last video that I really like the music in No More Heroes 1. Do I like the music in this game? Oh hell yeah, absolutely. I think I actually like this music even more because it's pretty well composed and I really like it. Plus the 8-bit music is really kick-ass. I actually think this game far surpassed the first game, and I didn't think that was actually possible, but it accomplished it to me. I like that in this game you can actually use 4 different styles of swords and switch them within the game without actually having to return back to your hotel and choose which one you want. You can actually just switch between them by holding the 2 button and using the analog stick on the nunchuck to switch ones you want. You get the style of the original Bloodberry, the blue one. Not really good. I don't actually see quite a use for it sometimes, but it's there, so, you know, in case like you run out of battery power and you don't want to charge up your swords, you just switch to the next one. There's the green sword, the one you gained at the end of the game of No More Heroes 1. You know, the one that was shaped like a samurai sword? That was given by Thunder Ryu. And the third one is the long sword. This one is tying between him being one of the best swords of the game. It's slow, but it's really strong, and the more amount of ecstasy you have, which is the more you kill, the higher ecstasy meter goes up, like the tiger on the side. There's a tiger inside the screen, and if you get a kill, you can get a roulette. And if you get the roulette to like go into a certain thing, you can actually get a power up, such as shooting missiles, like an arcade thing, like you did in the first game, and turning even into a tiger. That's a new feature, and I like that. And the double swords, which also comes in as one of the best swords of the game because it charges easy, it's really cool, but if you use it with a special attack you can actually get from training your cat Jean into fitness, which I would actually do that if I were you. You can literally just slash the Wiimote and that attacks the opponent and takes out a pretty good chunk of their damage. Well, for at least small opponents, not bosses, it takes some off of that. Out of this game, I'd say I'd give it at least a 9.5 out of 10 because it passed my expectations of being better than the first game. It was pretty fun, it was pretty enjoyable. The only complaint I'd possibly have out of the game would be the final boss being way too hard, but that's just a minor complaint. So, I've reviewed No More Heroes 1 and 2. What's next? We'll find out in the next part.